Hey guys, J77 doing an audio topic. And the topic I want to talk about is something that made me appreciate life more better, made me appreciate my teeth more better. Guys, if you guys have not read the news lately, this pretty much has not been mainstream news, but I have caught it. It did hit home to me, and I'm going to talk about it. Is involving a string of a few weeks ago. I had a very nasty tooth infection. This tooth infection was not playing games. When you have a tooth infection, it's not just the tooth that gets you. It really messed with you. My whole left side was throbbing in pain. I had a massive headache. I couldn't focus. I couldn't even, basically, I just couldn't think. A lot of stuff I wanted to do, especially some videos, I have to postpone or take it out indefinitely. I may do it again, I may not, but at this state it's highly unlikely considering the news is already old news and everybody else has covered it. But man, was this a pain in the ass. I mean, this tooth really bothered me, and it bothered me for almost a week and a half. Following Monday, I think 2 Mondays ago, when the pain got almost unbearable, I forced myself to go to the dentist. I don't like going to the dentist, folks. I really don't like somebody drilling in my mouth. I don't like somebody pulling in my mouth. But I just knew that this teeth was bad, and it's mostly because the filling got loose, and other bacteria got in there. It just made it worse. And what happened was, I originally wasn't going to go that Monday. I just said, okay, let me just take the medicine that I bought from the store, that little $5 caps, rub it on it. It's like some kind of mild Novocaine, and then hopefully that will make it feel better. That was my first mistake, folks. That was my first mistake, because I went to get Chinese food and I couldn't eat the damn Chinese food. I ate it and the pain just came out of nowhere. It just throbbed me. It just hurt me so bad I wanted to cry. That's how painful that thing was, and it just was like my mouth all the way to my head. It just basically pissed me off. So I said, you know what? Swallow your goddamn pride. Go to the damn dentist. Go there. Let him check yourself out. I went to the dentist. He was very cool. He gave some x-rays, and as he was giving x-rays, the pain just kept going. For some reason, when this toothache is, I don't know if it was like the infection itself was moving around, but then sometimes it just quiets down, but when you're in a certain position, it just hits you. It's like a freaking brick. And I told the nurse, I said, listen, you gotta give me something. Give me some hot water or something, because I gotta calm this pain down. And she said, you take hot water for a toothache? I said, absolutely. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I take it, but I need to calm this thing down. So she said she'll see the doctor in a minute. He talked to me and said, oh, hold on, we want to see the x-ray and stuff. So he looked at the x-ray and he told me, yeah, there's a major infection underneath the tooth. It's not the tooth, it's not the cavity, but it was underneath the tooth. So obviously the infection came there. He was giving me as much options as he could. Told me about a root canal, which unfortunately the insurance I got doesn't cover. And he told me he would do it for $600, which I do not have. Like I said, I'm running on a bare minimum, so whatever I got, that's what I can afford. He said another option is just to pull the teeth. He didn't want to pull the teeth. He wanted to keep it there. He said it's still worth saving, but he definitely said that there was some damage done to that root, so he needed to do something. I said, okay, we're gonna see what happens. And meanwhile, he did treat my other stuff. He said there's a lot of work to be done in my teeth. Guys, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I have neglected my dental hygiene. That's just laziness. That's just something I've didn't really take seriously. That's my fault, and I'm not afraid to admit that's my fault. But in any case, he saw it. He said that I need to keep coming back to him so we can get that thing straightened out. He gave me some medicine and some mouthwash that the insurance did cover. Now this mouthwash cost $67. I never heard of a mouthful cost $67. So I'm saying, wow, this must be some powerful stuff. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It does its job well. But in terms of the tooth, it was not. He couldn't touch it. That's how bad the tooth was. He could not touch the tooth. And I just found out from a couple people who had the similar situation that I have, that the reason why he didn't touch it was because, number one, it could spread to the other teeth. That's something I never heard before in my life. But he said by not touching it, it pretty much prevents that thing from getting worse. So he gave me some medicine. He gave me ibuprofen, penicillin, and some new mouthwash. He actually had to give me Novocaine just to numb the pain. And believe me, when at first I don't really mind the Novocaine or whatever the hell they call it now, because they don't call it Novocaine anymore. He gave it to me, and at first I didn't really feel anything. It's the same pinch, but once it hits that infection, oh my God, I wanted to strangle the guy. He even said, "Now hold on, let's calm down. Maybe let it soothe in." But that sharp pain came in, and then it just slid his face out very quickly, and I was numb for the rest of the day. So I ate my Chinese food, biting off my tongue and everything else. But I got the medicine. As soon as I got the medicine, I took it. So that way we can get the ball rolling. I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why I'm saying this now, because of what happened just a few days ago. Okay? First off, I do have an appointment with the dentist. I'm constantly keeping the appointment, so the guys don't worry about that. He may have to remove the tooth. It's unfortunate, but you know what? I'm very lucky to be alive right now because of what happened to a guy. Now, this guy, I think he was 24 years old. He died from a tooth infection. Okay? He had no medical insurance for any of the medicine that could have helped him with that. Could have helped him fight off the infection. And when I read this, let me tell you something. I was frozen. My eyes were glued to what I was reading on my computer screen, because I get the news a lot from my screen. When something new is coming up, I hit it. Something interests me, I go do my research. I go read it. I rarely read the papers, and like the posts and news I read, but I rarely read the junk that they have in there. I always go after the mainstream stuff. And believe me, the posts and the news, more on the poster side, has a lot of junk I do not care for. But I do read the news. I do read the solid news. I do look at the news reports. I don't look at Fox News, but I look at most of the other news channels and get a whole depth. So when I saw this pop on the screen, I immediately clicked it. I believe CNN reported it first, and then another paper reported it afterwards. But that was it. It was not really like something that it was all over the globe. And it says here that he died from a tooth infection because he couldn't afford the medication. The medicine that could have prevented the infection from going any further, it was out of his reach. I was heartbroken to hear that. I really was. That's something that it boggles my mind that a tooth infection could be so freaking deadly, and how close I could have been from dying. Some things that we take for granted, like our teeth and our physical, mental hygiene, we take for granted. When you see something like that, you better, that should be considered a wake-up call. And that was my wake-up call, to understand that, hey, look, dude, you got lucky, you got treated. That guy wasn't so lucky, and it cost him his life. Another thing it also brings to my attention is how important that we need universal health care. Because that should not have been the reason why he should have died. He should have gotten the proper medicine. He should have gotten some medicine that really could be affordable to his budget. I don't know what was the situation. I don't know if he ever went to the dentist or not. I don't know if he was even insurance. It doesn't sound like he was insured, because I read up and it said he wasn't really insured. So that alone makes it even matters worse. Because guys, we call like it is. Whether you agree with the with these politicians or not. One thing I go say this: if you don't have any type of medical insurance or dental insurance, you're pretty much messed up. You're pretty much screwed, because because you need that to get checked up. You need that to stay healthy. There's a lot of stuff that's a benefit to having these too, and this is one of them. So I'm very, very saddened to hear that. But I also, at the same time, it serves as a wake up call for me. Hey, stop neglecting something that's simple. Stop neglecting your dental hygiene. Take care of that. Take care of that immediately. Again, my condolences go out to the family. I really do. I really was saddened by that. I really was. I'm sitting, all this time I'm sitting here, thinking that my tooth is not the most important thing in the world. Hearing what this guy was. He was 20. He was not even in his 30s. He was in his early 20s. Then he died from this. Early 20s, family man. Something as a tooth infection, which could have been treated had he gotten insurance. If he had healthcare and proper healthcare insurance, this would have been treated. And a lot of people who was against healthcare for whatever reasons, I hope that you guys take a glance at that report. Take a good look of that article. I encourage you to find this article, because that alone should tell you how important healthcare should be to everyone, rich and poor. Because of that reason, that's why I feel that we need universal healthcare. That very reason explains it. The man had a tooth infection, and he couldn't even treat it because he couldn't afford the medicine, and it ended up killing him. And my heart and my prayers go to the family who don't have their father anymore. I really do feel them. And at the same time, it wakes me up and say, look, take care of your health, especially now at my age. So I'm definitely starting to do that more often now than not. Now, before I go on, I just want to make this very clear, so that way people don't understand why I chose to do this as a audio log rather than a vlog. The conversation I talked about here, it's not entertainment. It's more something going on around me, around more of the news in general, around my neighborhood, around some stuff that is more political. That is more social and in my area around, especially within the community, a very large community, whether black or white. I don't really want to do it as a video log because there's so much I got to say about it, and I'd rather just say it more properly in an audio. So that's why I do that. I don't do much rants, but I will talk about some stuff that really are affecting more of me, especially my neighborhood. So I'll probably do an audio log on it. How many times I'll do it, it all depends. I'm not gonna lie to you, it really all depends. So, but I probably would do like one every 3 weeks, one every 4 weeks, or just once every 2 months. It really all depends on what's going on. It really all depends on how much impact it has towards me, towards the community, towards the way the laws are being changed. But I do it in an audio log rather than a video log. It's much better that way. I can actually speak more clearer that way. The camera's not showing on my face, so I don't have to worry about being nervous talking to the camera. So that's where I'm gonna get that thing done. So in case you're wondering why I'm doing it on a vlog and not doing it on a vlog but in audio, that's the reason. But guys, give me your feedback on this issue. What do you feel about that? What do you feel about universal health care? What do you feel about what I said? Be free to leave something in the comment section. Until then, you guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you guys soon.